Have you ever returned from an incredible trip, full of excitement to see the moments you captured, only to feel let down? You thought your footage would look cinematic and breathtaking, but instead it turned out shaky, noisy, and dull. What should have been a memory worth sharing ended up looking like something you'd rather hide on your hard drive. This is a frustration that almost every action camera user has felt at some point. The experience itself was unforgettable, but the footage just didn't do it justice. This is the core problem with action cameras. They've always been tools built on compromise. If you want smoother stabilization, you usually have to give up some image quality. If you choose higher resolution, the battery drains so fast that your adventure ends before your recording does. And when companies release new models, they often present these small adjustments as groundbreaking innovations. Deep down, though, we all know these are just incremental changes, not true revolutions. That's why DJI's story in this space feels so important. DJI has always been a brand built on innovation. When people think of drones, they immediately think of DJI. They didn't just join the market, they define it. They took technologies that once required expensive rigs and professional skills, things like long flight times, gimbal stabilization, and high-quality imaging, and made them accessible to everyday creators. DJI's drones set the bar, and in many ways, they changed the culture of modern content creation. So, when DJI entered the action camera market with its Osmo Action series, it was clear they weren't just looking to copy GoPro, they wanted to challenge the dominance of the biggest name in the game. The first Osmo Action introduced features like RockSteady stabilization that pushed the limits of what a tiny camera could do. Then the Osmo Action 4 refined that formula even further, bringing solid improvements in performance and usability. But even with those upgrades, many people felt it was still walking along the same familiar path, rather than carving a new one. Now, things are different. The leaks and rumors surrounding the Osmo Action 6 suggest that DJI is no longer focused on polishing the old formula. Instead, they may be rewriting the entire rulebook. This time, the story isn't about compromise. It's about eliminating compromises altogether and creating a tool that finally meets the expectations of modern creators. The first major leak centers on something that has always limited action cameras: the sensor. For years, these devices have relied on tiny sensors that struggle in low light. That's why night scenes look grainy and why shadows lose all detail. It's also the reason many creators simply avoided shooting in difficult conditions, knowing their footage would look poor. But according to these leaks, the Osmo Action 6 could feature a massive 1-inch CMOS sensor. This would be a radical leap, not just a small step. With a sensor this size, low light performance would dramatically improve, shadows would keep detail, highlights wouldn't blow out, and dynamic range would feel closer to what you'd see in professional cinema cameras. This change alone could transform how people use action cameras. Imagine capturing a mountain hike at sunrise, where the deep shadows of the valley and the glowing sky both look beautiful and natural. Picture recording a night ride through the city, where neon lights stay crisp while the streets remain clear. A larger sensor unlocks possibilities that were simply off limits before. It elevates the Action 6 from a simple gadget for recording sports into a tool that could be used for serious filmmaking. But the leaks don't stop there. Another headline feature being whispered about is 8K video recording. For years, 4K has been the standard, offering clarity and detail far beyond the old 1080p era. But 8K is something entirely different. It delivers 4 times the resolution of 4K, which means 4 times the detail. While most people don't even own 8K screens yet, the benefits for creators are enormous. With 8K, you can record a wide shot and then crop, zoom, or reframe the footage later without losing quality. It's like carrying multiple cameras in one. A single shot can be repurposed into close-ups, pans, and reframes, all while maintaining professional clarity. Of course, shooting at such high resolution requires powerful stabilization. That's where RockSteady 4.0 comes in. DJI has already built a reputation for creating some of the best electronic stabilization in the industry, but handling 8K footage smoothly is a different challenge altogether. The rumors suggest that DJI has rebuilt its stabilization system from the ground up to handle the enormous data demands of 8K. This would mean creators can enjoy buttery smooth, gimbal-like footage without carrying extra equipment. Whether you're skiing down a slope, biking through rough trails, or running across uneven terrain, the Action 6 could make it all look cinematic and stable. Behind all this power will likely be a redesigned chipset, stabilizing, processing, And storing 8K footage in real time requires serious processing power. DJI seems to be preparing a new generation of hardware capable of handling these tasks effortlessly. If true, this could also bring improvements in areas like heat management, recording limits, and power efficiency. But perhaps the most surprising leak is about smartwatch integration. This feature could change the way people connect with their cameras. Imagine pairing your Apple Watch, Garmin, or another wearable with the Osmo Action 6. Instead of simply using the watch as a remote, the integration could go much deeper. You could overlay live data, like heart rate, GPS path, speed, or elevation directly onto your video. For athletes and adventurers, this transforms simple footage into a story. A mountain climb isn't just seen, it's felt, as the numbers show the effort behind every step. A cycling race becomes more immersive when viewers can see your speed and stamina in real time. There are even whispers about a professional edition of the Osmo Action 6. This could mean higher bit rates, interchangeable lenses, advanced audio inputs, or even modular accessories that expand what the camera can do, instead of releasing just another compact device. DJI seems to be considering a full ecosystem that adapts to different creators. For casual vloggers, the standard model may be enough. For professionals, the Pro version could open the door to advanced workflows. This approach highlights a key difference between DJI and GoPro. For years, GoPro has been the undisputed face of action cameras. The brand was so strong that GoPro itself became shorthand for the entire category. But their progress has often felt incremental. Each new generation adds some improvements, but the fundamental experience remains the same. DJI, on the other hand, seems intent on breaking the cycle. They aren't interested in winning by inches, they want to shift the conversation entirely. If the rumors about the Osmo Action 6 prove true, DJI may have already surpassed GoPro. A 1-inch sensor, 8K recording, smarter stabilization, smartwatch integration, and potentially a pro system. These are not just nice-to-have upgrades. They're the kind of advancements that redefine expectations. They show that DJI isn't satisfied with meeting the standard, they want to set it. This is important because it reframes the way we think about action cameras. Until now, these devices were tools we tolerated, despite their flaws. We accepted that low light would look bad, that stabilization would fail in extreme conditions, that battery life would always be a compromise. The Osmo Action 6 promises to break those barriers. It offers a vision of an action camera that adapts to you, rather than forcing you to adapt to it. With a larger sensor, it can capture scenes in any lighting condition. With 8K recording, it gives creators flexibility like never before. With advanced stabilization, it makes epic shots effortless. And with smartwatch integration, it connects your story to your physical experience in a way no other camera has done before. All of this points to one conclusion: the Osmo Action 6 isn't just another action camera. It's a redefinition of what the category can be. It has the potential to turn frustration into excitement, compromise into confidence, and simple recording into true storytelling. If the leaks are accurate, the Osmo Action 6 will not just be impressive, it will be unforgettable. DJI isn't just trying to compete with GoPro or any other company. They are aiming to reshape the entire industry and set a new benchmark for the years ahead. So the real question is no longer whether you should be excited about this release. The question is, are you ready? Ready to stop settling for shaky, grainy, disappointing footage? Ready to finally capture your adventures in the way you always imagine them? The Osmo Action 6 may be the camera that finally makes those dreams possible.